Welcome to the show. Give me just a sec here. Alright, anyway, welcome to the show. As always, let's start with the COVID-19 situation. Then, a little later on, we're going to update our Halloween. Let's start with COVID. Here's the statistics as of today. We're up to 21,286 cases. One new state case. Health District 138, 39. We're up now 21,000, as I said. 14 confirmed positive cases. 16,236. Probable cause, 5. Close to 50. Getting close to 5,100. No new deaths, 242. 20,044 recovered. Hospitalized, 195. Currently in hospital, 56. ICU, for those in hospital, 17%. What can be done about this? Seriously. You have to wear a mask. How hard is it to wear a mask every single day? Every single day you have to wear a mask. How hard is it to wear? How hard is it to wear a damn mask? Tell me how hard it is. If you're gonna say it's too hard, it's real easy to just wear a mask. It's not that it's easy to wear a mask. It's not hard. If your boss says you have to wear a mask, you have to wear a mask. If your school makes you wear a mask, you wear masks. There is no but. There is no if. There is no and. There is no excuse. Social distancing. Nobody knows what it means. It just means to stay 6 feet. But in the end, no one knows what 6 feet means. All it is just like, I don't care about that. I want to go see my friend. Like, I know you don't care and all, but we have to be safe. In order for that to happen, you need to be socially distanced. That is what needs to happen. We have to be socially distanced. I know you don't like it. I don't like it either, but it's what we have to do. I don't like to wear a mask. I have to wear it to work every day. Every day of the week. I have to when I go to work, I wear a mask. When I go get my refill, every day I have to wear a mask. If I forget, they kick me out. They ask me, where's your mask? I don't have it. You can't come in. They mandate you wear masks. Period. These numbers are rising, and schools are going to have to decide whether to do hybrid or just shut down. Flyblock needs to reopen and stay open for that count. As always, they got to reopen and stay open for the remainder. There is no but. There is no if. There is no and. There is no excuse. There is no but here. When you say, yeah, I understand, but it just means forget everything you just said. I'm going to now tell you what I really think. There is no but here. Nor is there any excuse. You have to wear a mask. You have to stay socially distanced every single day. 6 feet. And limit more than 10 people. That is the basic rule here every single day. So, That's what I have to say. You need to be socially distanced every single day of the week. I don't care. You need to stay socially distanced every single day. Next, Halloween. We talked about this a couple weeks ago when I gave you some tips. Now it turns out health experts from here in Oasis County are going to give us some tips. And we'll tell you about that when we return. You may remember on Give Me a Break Wednesday, we talked about Halloween and gave you some tips. Well, tonight, there is some safety tips for Halloween. First off, do not trick-or-treat alone for kids out there. Always be with an adult and hold hands. Have trick-or-treaters hold a flashlight and wear reflective clothing. What does that mean? What do you mean by that? That basically just means like shirts or pants. Like that. It's like a poncho. It's like a reflective jacket. You can find them anywhere, but it's very pricey. Northern Tool, Walmart. It's very expensive. But don't spend $79. I would just get a vest or a jacket. Drive slowly through the neighborhoods and respect the privacy of residents not participating. In other words, if they're not participating in Halloween with no decorations or lights, just walk away. And if you see some, say something. There's the phone number. Put in place just in case. 361-886-2600. And also about the candy. You have to sanitize the candy even though no chemicals in it. Just wear a glove. Have a glove put in place where you're going to give out the candy. And then safely put it in the bag. So that's basically what the Halloween thing's going to be all about. Alright. Coming up, Red Ribbon Week. What is it all about? Why are they celebrating in schools? It's to celebrate people not using any drugs. We'll tell you more about that in just a moment. Red Ribbon Week. What is that? It's a thing that everyone just celebrates in all schools. And this week, it's celebrated annually 23rd through the 31st. Saturday is the last day for it, and I thought this week we would just do something about Red Ribbon Week. The story behind it is after the death of Drug Enforcement Special Agent Enrique Kiki Cabrera, who in 1985 was brutally murdered by a drug trafficker who was investigating in Mexico after his death, people started wearing red ribbons in honor of Kiki's sacrifice. And on the first day, Red Ribbon Day is October 23rd, as always. The first day. It's the oldest and largest drug prevention program in the nation and awaits spread for the community to take viable stance against drugs, work with student councils and school boards to review policies and advocate drug and alcohol-free school grounds and sporting events. Which is why here in the state of Texas, you should not have alcohol on school grounds since it is a violation of state law. Since we are going to look at some zero tolerances a bit later, so that's basically the whole story about what happens for Red Ribbon Weeks in schools. We have to tell kids every day, don't do drugs, and yet juveniles are doing drugs, smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol. Let me tell you something. Drinking is bad for you. That's why today I'm going to tell you the causes of alcohol. And we all know the causes of cigarettes. Which brings us to our which brings us to Health Break. We're looking at the 23 causes of someone to drink alcohol. Enhanced sociability, increased power, and escape problems to get drunk. That's what causes the person to get alcohol. The 23 events is the shrinking brain, the blackouts, the dependence, heart damage, liver damage, lung infections, cancer, slurred speech, hallucinations, behavior changes, fatigue, pancreatitis, stomach diseases, birth defects, sexual dysfunction, malnutrition, diabetes, numbness, muscle cramps, changes in coordination, and thinning bones. And it's in the sugar levels. These are the 23 causes of this. The symptoms is anxiety, nervousness, nausea, tremors, high blood pressure, heavy sweating, irregular heartbeat. Heavy drinking can also lead to gasiness, bloating, feelingness or fullness of your abomination, diarrhea or painful stools, circulatory system, high blood pressure, difficulty pumping blood through the body, stroke, heart attack, heart disease, heart failure. Sexual reproductive health, learning difficulties, long-term health issues, increased emotional problems. It can also lead to cramping, and eventually atrophy. You should not be drinking alcohol under the age of 21. And if you're to look alcohol, I mean, to look at the age difference, the Texas have changed new laws. From like 21. No one should be drinking alcohol, period. Even smoking. Smoking is very, very bad for you. You shouldn't be able to smoke You should not be smoking, period. 21 years old. Even cigarettes. We all know the causes. The causes of someone to smoke a cigarette. It's cancer, heart disease, emphysema, and it may complicate pregnancy. People must be at least 21 years of age to drink. Legally consume alcoholic beverages in Texas with certain expectations. In any other states in the United States, however, the employment of companies serving alcoholic beverages can be entered at the age of 18, provided they get it certified by the Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission. And cigarettes. We all know what causes cigarettes. Heart disease, emphysema. It may complicate pregnancy. Those are not the ingredients. The side effects. Doesn't matter if you smoke cigarettes, weed, tobacco products, those can cause cancer. That's why cigarettes are bad for you. If you start smoking at an early age, seriously, it is going to get very, very bad. That's why there are rules in school. That's why there's rules in the schools to make sure that you don't do this. They have drug policies, and yet there's police officers everywhere you go. Every school you go to, there's off-duty police officers. Every school that you go to, you see off-duty police officers. Those off-duty police officers are for safety purposes only, to make sure that you're being safe. You should not be smoking, period. Even tobacco products like dip, chewing tobacco, those can cause a lot of things. Really, there is no excuse. You should not be smoking or drinking, period. That's why drugs are bad. People can get arrested for bringing drugs on campus. It causes cancer, heart disease, stroke, lung diseases, diabetes, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, which includes emphysema and chronic bronchitis. Smoking also increases risk for tuberculosis, certain eye diseases, and problem with the immune system, including rheumatoid arthritis. It's a nasty, filthy habit. No one should be smoking, period. Or dipping. That's just basically a thing just basically a tobacco product. Next, the school board's zero tolerance policies. We're going to look at one of them, the weapons in school, and tell you what is a weapon and what's not a weapon. Because according to the school board's zero tolerance policy for every school, anything that can't be used as a weapon is a weapon. That's next. Okay. We're going to look at one of the school board's zero tolerance policies in just a minute. But first, it causes cancer like one, liver cancer, stomach cancer. All these cancers can cause. This is just stuff from the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control. And they're here to make sure that you're staying healthy and safe. You're staying healthy. With the COVID-19 going on, people are just buying cigarettes. And with people making fake IDs, many people are just like buying alcohol and stuff. Which leads us to our zero tolerance policies. All schools have zero tolerance for everything. which means they don't tolerate anything. Drugs, cigarettes, alcohol, sex. Sex in the school, that is wrong. You don't have sex in the school, even if an administrator saw you doing it on camera, they could report it. That's why I don't think there should be cameras in the bathroom. But we're going to focus on the one main thing, the weapon policy. The main thing about this is anything that can be used as a weapon is a weapon. All parents care about these days is zero tolerance. Like, let's look at what means there are weapons. This is a weapon, a pocket knife. It has a screwdriver, it has a corkscrew. It's just basically a knife. It's just basically a pocket knife. It's a hook. That's why knives are prohibited. Swords, guns, knives. Pocket knives, like this one. That is strictly prohibited. It's what your local school board wants, bringing the weapons. I mean, it's just basically what the board wants. There's basically no need to just say, basically it. School board should not have a zero tolerance policy for weapons. I mean, anything cannot be a weapon, like a screwdriver. It's not a weapon. A hammer. That's not a weapon. It's a tool. Tools should not be used, should not be considered weapons. Knives, guns, those are weapons. Shotguns, those are weapons. You should not be able to just use tools as an excuse for weapons. That's basically not it. You should not be using an excuse, using tools as weapons. That's just unacceptable. Look, we look at your zero tolerance policy. I'm just going to go complain to the board saying, we look at your weapon policy. And say, look, tools are not weapons. And that's why basically the whole teacher's not getting a raise. That's all for now. Thanks for joining us.